Okay, we're going to broadcast on Facebook. Let me check it
Sweet.
here.
It's so
Apps.
nice to see you.
So nice to see you too. So long, eh?
I know. I know.
Then I will tell you we will share some powerful tips with you after the
Cool.
meeting, okay? So let me check it here, live on Facebook. And then we're going to start Presence Manifest. Post in our Healers Network. HD Healers Network. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
It says live.
Wonderful, wonderful,
Yeah.
wonderful. Yes, yes. Let me check it here. If it's already going well here.
I can move this closer. There we go. Now I can see better.
And Healers Network Group, it says here. Let's check if everything is going well. Oh, wonderful. It says streaming. Wonderful, wonderful. So welcome, Joy. Welcome to this wonderful meeting here on Facebook, on our PhD Healers Network group. So let me tell everyone here in this group that Joy is one of the first members of this PhD Healers Network group, and she is the creator. She co-created this method. I say co-created because we all co-create our methods with the source, with God, right?
100%.
And she's the amazing creator of a powerful healing practice called Presence Manifest. So welcome, Joy.
Thank you. So good to be here. So good to see you.
Likewise. Good to see you here, Joy. I'm very happy to have you with us here again. And well, many people are already curious about what Presence Manifest is and how it can be useful, even for a quick start, because it's not about, oh, I need to schedule a package of sessions. They all can start with some baby steps to move forward, right?
Yes,
so
100%.
Could you please? Yes. So everything is yours.
So Presence Manifest is essentially an applied energetic philosophy, and it's based on a practice of conscious endings. So Presence Manifest is a way of life. It's an applied energetic system. It's sort of a path in and of itself, but the practice that it's based on, which is an energetic release of past experiences, that can be done on one's own through a series of mantra type affirmation setup that I made, right? And so it mimics what I would do as an energy worker. So as an energy healer for years, I was working within people's energy system. And then about 4 or 5 years ago, I discovered that I had the ability to remove past energetic residue. And then it took me about 3 years to figure out how to word it in such a way that anybody else could do it for themselves and not necessarily require my energy work to do it. It duplicates the result of what my energy work does. And if you're using it, if you're practicing through the words or through the mantras, it'll just do it at just kind of like a more slow pace, right? Because you're going to go one energetic template at a time. You're going to go one conscious ending at a time. As opposed to when I'm doing energy work with people, we might go hundreds of energy templates at a time. But yeah, so people can, I'm super excited because I finally have constructed the framework that allows everybody to just begin whenever they want to. And as long as they follow the affirmations and the mantras in the order that I set them, and they complete, all 5 steps, within a given day, the end result is going to be more presence. It doesn't matter if they understand the philosophy. It doesn't matter if they get energy work from me. Like, none of it really matters, because the energetic container and the words themselves are crafted to produce the result of a higher energetic vibration. So that's a lot of
Wonderful.
words.
So you're already, through this method, duplicating yourself to your patients in the healing process.
Yeah, because what I do in my flow sessions, which I started doing last year, is a little bit of the energetic clearing, and then it's a lot of teaching the philosophy behind the energetic clearing, and then it's also mentoring people through the shifts that happen from the energetic clearing. So my mentoring sessions, my coaching sessions, my flow sessions, those are all geared to journey with somebody through the presence manifest kind of awakening process. And then spirit really just was like, how do we reach more people? How do we get more people to be able to raise their vibration of presence, maybe without going through coaching or without understanding the philosophy? And, how do we do it in a way that's ethical and that is supportive? And so it took me a while, but I just distilled and distilled and distilled and distilled until I came up with just the bare bones of winging it, which is my little piece.
Hello, Joy. Can you hear me? I don't know if everyone is already hearing here. Okay, I hope everyone is already listening to this. We're talking about with Joy about her novel method, the Presence Manifest, and how it works as a...
Can you hear me
Yes,
now or no? Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay, good. So I'm not really sure where that cut off, but basically I distilled everything down to the bare bones of the practice. And I feel comfortable that if somebody, came across this PDF or purchased this PDF, that it would give enough information, not really philosophy, but just like, what can you expect from an energetic practice? And here's how to begin one. And here's a complete one, right? Like, if they don't do anything else ever besides that, they will continue to raise their presence vibration on a daily basis.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So how is that, does that ebook look like, so that some people who might be interested in that might be wondering, okay, how does it work, or which is the benefit I'm going to have with it? So how would you explain that?
Right. So the first, it's just a little PDF. So it'll be, if you printed it out, it would just print as pages, and I think it's 18 pages. 6 of the pages being just nice pictures that are energetically coded. But the first 3 pages just go into all of the possible effects of setting an energetic container, doing a conscious ending, kind of like stepping into a presence manifest practice. So it really does go into, there's a whole long list of like possible reactions from closing your past. So I feel like that gives a pretty concise, I did label the chapter "You've Been Warned," but as we all know through our awakening practice, or path, sometimes we weren't warned. So the changes of evolving as an energetic being kind of hit a lot of us by surprise. And then we had to work through it. So it's just a little guide that way. And then it goes step by step, what to do in the morning when you wake up first thing, what to do before you start your day, how to set a holistic affirmation, and how to end your day, and how to begin to close energetic templates throughout the day. And those steps are the basic steps of my practice. But obviously, if people journey with me or get energy work with me, we take it deeper, we take it further, we expand upon the different like hacks and ways that you can really increase the practice. But this practice, I really honestly believe, is a whole complete practice.
Yes, what you said is not something minor. It's something really important, because according to studies in sciences, know that what we do in the first 30 minutes of our day will influence in the rest of our day. So
Yes.
it will determine, definitely. The other day I was having a conversation with a client and friend. We became friends along the journey, and he told me that he is aware that he acts like a robot. And I asked him, how do you start your day? And he said, I grab the phone, I watch the WhatsApp messages, and I start to reply to them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I do the other things. Okay, I said, if you start your day like a robot, how do you expect to be the rest of your day?
Right. I wake up every day and the first word I say is thank you. And
yes,
that's in the PDF, because I think it's really important to begin in a gratitude vibration. And then the reason that the wording and the mantras and stuff work is because it sets an energetic container. And when we begin our day, we can not only set up our psychology, like kind of put ourselves on the right thoughts, but energetically, I feel like a container is like so necessary. It's not like a tight container. It's really actually a very wide container, but it's sort of a semi-permeable wall, so that anything that would be hurtful or harmful or diminishing is sort of wrapped in love, so that it doesn't have a great effect on your energy. And then everything that's supportive and empowering and divine is kind of called in, like, yes, like like a plant really wanting water. It's like calling in the water for the plant. So yeah, I still get nervous talking on video. But yeah.
wonderful. So let me tell everyone here in this meeting that I had a quick view at the ebook that wrote Joy, and it's so beautiful, so well written, so well described, that I say, wow, what kind of masterpiece is this? So I'm quite I was quite surprised by the quality of the work, not only on the graphical things, but also on the energy that is contained there. Because if we do that with the right intention, then yes, you will invest a little amount, but the value you will get is way, way higher. So for anyone who is interested in that, Joy, what should they do?
Well, on my page, on Presence Manifest and Facebook, there's several posts that have the pay hip little click thing. If people are on Clapper, then it's in my Clapper store. And or you could just email me and schedule a 30-minute chat at presencemanifest.com. And, you know, at the end of the chat, I'll send you the link to buy the PDF. I'm trying to figure out how to get it, you know, where to situate it. I might put it for sale on the Facebook page itself. I just haven't updated my services in a while there. So yeah, so really just contact me and and I
You
can
will
give you
guide it.
the best link.
Yes,
And it's,
yes, yes. And it's
yeah,
quite
and
cheap, right?
yeah, it's $9.99. So, and this was my thinking. It's, I thought, well, you know, it's a 10-page PDF, but it literally is a practice that is going to change your life. And I thought this is a really great way for people to get started, and, you know, and then if they want to get full sessions, they can get full sessions with me. If they want to do flow sessions, if they're a leader and they want a leader flow session, I have those now too. But it's really great. And I think that the price point that I put on it was also because it's like, if you're not willing to pay at least $10 for transformation, right? Or to kind of widen your path or deepen your practice or understand your spirituality more, you know, it's like,
You're not ready for another commitment. Yes.
you're not ready for it anyway. And honestly, I really want people, if they get it, you know, that's why the first chapter is "You've been warned," because it's like, look, I know it's only like 5 little mantras, but it's super powerful. I've been energetically coding and using those mantras and that sentiment and those words for 5 years. And presence manifest as a word, one word, didn't exist before I created it. So the energy in that word is nothing but pure presence vibrational energy. And so by incorporating even just the word on a daily basis, it's going to have an effect. So yeah, so I think it's a really great entry point for those. And even people who have worked with me before, I think it's a good little complimentary guide to have, because we talk a lot about philosophy. We do a lot of energy work, you know, and this really just like brings it all down and says, you know, if you don't want to think, just read this. Read this every day. You know, like, you want change, but you're really busy and it seems all complicated. Just do this, and the changes that align best with your highest self and the divine will show up. Right.
Wonderful.
So,
And would you like to share, just to finish, a short story of someone who lived the transformation through Presence Manifest?
yeah. Oh my goodness. I get the most wonderful stories all the time, but the biggest thing that people, or a specific story, would be, that's kind of a big story. I mean, why don't I just tell you my story? I can't. I'm going through my people, and I'm like, is that a good story? Is that a good story? Is that a good story? The reason it came about, right, was because I had a degree in psychology. I had energetic tools. I knew how to cut energetic cords. I had studied communication. I had done all these things, and I couldn't really understand why everything I knew wasn't translating into my reality. And so I had cleared blocks, and I just didn't know why. And then I was very sad and I was very angry. I had a specific instance where I was very angry and I was driving, and I was cutting cords and I was still angry. And then as I was cutting cords, I was thinking of all these other areas in my life where the same thing happened, and then I was getting angry. And then I prayed, essentially. And I was like, look, I don't know how to get rid of this. And then I was sort of gifted this download of like how to remove an energetic template. And in the next, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, I didn't have anger over that situation anymore. And that kind of freaked me out a bit. And I couldn't conjure it. It was like gone. And then I couldn't find anger for any situation that was similar to the situation. And that kind of freaked me out too, because I guess I realized in that moment how long I had been carrying that. And when I asked God why I didn't feel angry anymore, my spirit guides or God or whoever, was talking to me at the day, basically said, because none of those things are happening to you in this moment. And if you're allowing things that are not in this moment to affect you emotionally or to, hijack your nervous system, you're not actually here. You're in a past moment. And then everything from there just started unraveling. And then I was able to not only not have the anger for that person anymore, but the next time I saw them, it was a brand new experience. Everything I had ever known sort of integrated, and I had a very integrated experience and understanding of this person without any of the emotional tethers. And even after like 6 to 8 months of really hard, hard experiences, we've still been able to carry out like a 6 or 7 year relationship, because in that moment, literally, my past experience of that person was put to close and I opened up a new one. But in terms of specifics, a lot of times people come to me for relationships, like their relationships are not doing well. And I always inform people, like, if you do presence manifest, it doesn't mean your relationship is going to survive the way in the form that it is, because it's going to end the one that you've had and begin a new one. And so the biggest transformation stories that I have is like, people on the brink of divorce, like staying together, renewing their vows, going on to have a happy relationship, or being in a relationship that was stagnant for years and they just could never make the break. Within a week or two of doing a presence manifest practice, they're able to step out of that relationship. And more so, it just really, I have people messaging me that they feel free. It raises the level of freedom for their life, because they're not as programmed by their past. But yeah, specifics, it's funny because like all the stories are so personal. Even though I would make them anonymous, they still feel personal to share. But
Wonderful. So you
yeah.
allow people to basically in those relationships, you allow them to make the conscious endings of that old pattern. It doesn't mean that they finish the relationship, but they finish the way it was working, right? Or it
Yes.
was not working. Yes.
Yeah. So everything that we've ever created on an energetic level, it continues infinitely until we complete it. And we're a society focused on creation, like make, do, acquire. And we're not actually in the practice of putting completions on things on a daily basis. And when you start completing your experience of things on a daily basis, then you're always being introduced to a new experience of either new things or those same things in a new way. But without energetic closure, without energetic completion and integration and embodiment, our experiences just basically stay open indefinitely, and they start to cloud up the way we make make choices and think, and who we relate with, and what we're doing, and even what we eat, right? That's I've definitely had people do a presence manifest practice for a couple of days and tell me that their whole entire taste has changed, like what they crave, what they eat, how things taste, if they like it or not. Because once you let go of doing things because of what they used to do, you start actually experiencing them more, being more in the moment with them. It's like energetic mindfulness, and you start finding nuances that you were missing the whole time. And so people, a lot of times their diet changes, their relationship changes, they maybe switch jobs, they have a better relationship with their children, they heal wounds with their mothers, just anything that really is stagnant.
Yes, 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 yes. Countless possibilities.
Yeah. There is because it's, I'm not like a coach that, this was so hard for me with coaching too, is I'm not a coach that's going to take anybody from, I can't take someone from a tennis player and turn them into a bowler, right? Or a healer and turn them into a guitar player. But my practice is really about taking a yeah, because you already did it. But my practice is about taking somebody from a cumulative, diluted reality into a vivid, present reality. And so when your life becomes more clear, when you become more clear, when you see more clearly, think more clearly, feel more clearly, you're just able to make decisions better that align with what you want versus what you maybe used to want. So
Wonderful. That's super powerful. And most of all, the way that you do that is that you allow people to heal themselves without depending anymore on the healer.
yes, that's the plan.
Yes,
I mean,
and it has worked.
it has worked because well, I still help people in terms of like coaching and going and doing flow sessions, but those are for the people who really want to have a new philosophy for life, a new path for life. They want to really delve into self-growth, like stuff like that. But in the world that we live in today, with the consequences of the actions that we are all making today, there is no greater time that it has been needed for people to be present. And
Exactly.
so if you get the PDF, right, and you do the practice even just 2 days, and you and the vibrational clarity and the presence vibration increases by this much, right? We're all part of the collective. So the whole collective is raised this much by you raising it this much. And it kind of just really clicked for me the other day, like, oh my goodness, like we have the potential to raise the presence vibration of the entire world. And every time I've done this practice for the last 3 years on a daily basis, not only have I raised my own presence vibration, but I've also raised the presence vibration of the collective because I'm part of the collective. And so if I can make it available to as many people as possible, regardless of whether they're looking for a spiritual path or a philosophical path, it's going to raise the vibration of the world, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Yes, your mission is fantastic. I appreciate so, so very much this time shared together with you, Joy. And this has been so, this conversation has been so, how do you say, juicy. So enjoyable, so beautiful. And I feel honored by that. So let me send you some more light from here, from Brazil, with this rose quartz stone. The
yes,
power
it's the
of,
color of the day too.
yes, it's the stone of love, right? So for those who are watching here on Facebook, write your comments below. And if you're curious about the novel book, ebook of Joie Costa, please write ebook, and she will reply with you with the right information. Okay. I appreciate so very much you all here in the Healers Network group, and see you, Joy, in the next interview.
Presence manifests with you.
Aho.
Thanks.